March 10th, 1867. The events of this day have been extraordinary. Indeed, almost frightening. I had expected to live out the rest of my days here in Indiana. Here, where I was born, was married, and gave birth to my 2 children. But within the week, I will never again be able to call Huntingburg my home. It seemed like any other day, most of the day through, until late this afternoon. Jeremy was at school, as was Sarah, and then our lives were overturned. Strange are the ways of men. John and I have been man and wife for some 13 years now. Yet in matters of importance, he consults me no more than he does the children. And today, once again, he made this incomprehensible decision no differently. He hadn't a thought for my wishes. I'd intended to tell John tonight of my condition, my mind being fixed on this happiest of circumstances. I was pulling from the basket the things saved as Sarah outgrew them.
Oh, Sarah! Oh, Sarah! Sarah! Jeremy! Come on in. Maggie! Maggie, we're going to Nebraska.
Where's Nebraska?
There's a man in town from the Union Pacific Railroad. He's selling land for homesteading. Good land, the finest. No need to clear it and rich for the planting.
Where's Nebraska?
And I bought it. A whole 80 acres permitted at only $4 an acre.
Where is Nebraska?
My geography book says it's in the middle of the great American desert.
Nonsense. It's out west, on the prairie.
Out west where the Indians are?
Uh-huh. And I've made plans, Maggie. We'll take the train. They've laid track to Grand Island, and we can outfit a wagon for settlement there. Our land stretches from here to here to here to here.
John, are you serious?
But of course.
But Mr. Colfax promised to make the store over to you. You can't mean to give that up.
Mr. Colfax gives hints, not promises.
John, you haven't handled a plow since you were a boy on your father's farm.
Don't you worry about that, Maggie.
What about the children's schooling?
There will be. The railroad's building whole new towns for settlers.
But what of all our things, the furniture?
Well, we'll sell it, of course. It's our money in the bank for everything we need.
But this is our home. I don't want to go anyplace else.
Maggie. Maggie. How did you grow up and see things as they are? I'm a clerk in a drugstore. Living in a house I don't own. This is my chance. A man must have land. It's his only surety. And I'll never have enough money to buy land here in Indiana. Land of our own, Maggie. We'll turn it into an Eden for all of us. I'd best be going. We'll leave in a week. The children can miss the school year.
No more school. I gotta go tell Freddie.
I don't want to get a crop in. So the sooner we leave, the better.
You won't be here for the maypole dance. But Clarissa and I have worked out our steps and everything. It seems to me if somebody's going to do something for somebody else, they ought to ask them first. Now I won't get my new dress.
John will be much angered that I didn't tell him of the baby. Well, I can't tell him now. But am I so childish not to want to go off into the wilderness? Why? Why must we go? How am I to ride in a wagon over rough roads carrying our child? A thought has just occurred. What if there are no roads, rough or otherwise, in Nebraska? March 27th. Is it barely 1 week since we left home? The trip seems endless. The ride is uncomfortable and dirty, though I ought not to complain, for all of us seem to be thriving, even my secret companion. We have changed trains often, and of course I've brought too much with us. John would be angry with me were it not for the fact that so much else delights him. Privacy has been unattainable. We share intimacy with the most peculiar fellow passengers.
Jeremy, what are you scratching at? Come here, let me see.
Mama! Mama, not in front of everybody.
Oh. Oh, John, it's dreadful. Jeremy was harboring a louse.
Maggie, did you see the buffalo out there just before dark? To the left, hundreds of them. Oh, Maggie. Maggie, it's all so fine.
April 2nd. We are 2 days on the trail now. The railroad reached the end of the line in mid-Nebraska, and there we joined Captain Symington's wagon train. John has equipped us with everything for our new life. We even have a cow. The children have named her Jupiter. John meets every challenge with pleasure, but too often I fail at my new tasks. Oh, how I do long for the sight of a tree.
John?
Go for a hole. Take the reins for a while. I want to stretch my legs.
Want me to try?
You gotta learn sometime.
Oh, John, no. Oh,
Come on.
what? I have a surprise for you. Do you know what I packed around the china? That special blue dimity for your dress.
Oh, Mama, really? But Papa needs to pack only important things.
Well, your new dress is. Anyway, I bet I packed away a lot of things that your papa doesn't think are important. One can get used to things. Every morning, while Jeremy and John cajole the oxen to their yoke, it is I who hitch them up. But fueling a cook fire with buffalo chips is one thing I'll never get used to. It does seem an unpalatable method of cooking food. The buffalo are everywhere, so we are rarely without meat, or fuel either. So numerous are the herds, the men have hardly to leave the trail in order to shoot. And even I have come to relish its taste. Did I ever really have a clean shed of my own with pump close by? Seems like a dream. There's so much of our old life. April 21st. Tomorrow we shall leave the wagon train. After 21 days on the trail, we go our own way. I find I rue less and less this great adventure, as John calls it. For as never before, he is turning to me in the sharing of it. It is Jeremy's dearest wish that we will reach our own land on his birthday.
Maggie. Be done with it.
Isn't it, John? April 23rd. Yesterday morning, as the wagon continued to Oregon, we turned southwest through this vast, empty land ocean. All the bouncing and shaking I and my precious burden have gone these past weeks seems to have done neither of us harm. John calculates we should now be in reach of our own land. Oh, how good it will be to end this journey, to be in the land of our promise.
Will people already be there?
Oh, Sarah, you've asked me that over and over again. You know what your papa says? The railroad's going to build a town and a school.
That isn't why I'm asking this time. It's that awful hat, Mama. Do you have to wear it today?
Sarah, it's your papa's army hat. Anyway, haven't you noticed the look on the faces of the women in the homesteads we've passed? They're all weathered and hard. Am I going to look like that, Sarah, in 1 year or 2? Oof.
We're here! We're here!
Hey, boy, you were here.
Welcome. How do?
Your hat.
How do?
How do? My name is John Sargent. This is the Seymour settlement.
And it seemed likely. Us four brothers, we're all Seymours from back in Iowa.
Nice to see you.
I'm so glad to see you. I'm Mrs. Phoebe.
I'm Maggie Sargent.
And
Hello.
these are my 3 daughters.
Hello. Brother.
This is my son, Jeremy.
Welcome to you, John. We don't get many folk passing through here, and the women do need for some new gossip.
It's my birthday.
Now, isn't that a fine thing? Surely is. You'll be staying the night. We'll make the room.
Oh, that's very kind of you. We hope to spend the night on our own place.
Oh, where would that be?
Well, it's supposed to be east of that ground spring over there. Those fields are all cultivated. Well, that could be east. It says on the map, anyway. The Union Pacific supplied me with this map when I bought the 80 acres.
John.
Sarah, the deed is in the trunk. Go get it.
Looks to me like you've been had by that railroad, mister. There ain't no land for sale around here. Never has been, never will be. Me and my brothers, we got plans for this land.
I paid the railroad, and I've got the deed to show for it.
Sarah.
Maggie, get in the wagon. Take the children with you. Keep them there.
Sure.
Here it is. My deed. We can pace the land out if you like. It's all marked down.
Claim jumpers. You ain't jumping no claim here, mister. We've been proving up on this land for 7 years.
John, maybe we're cheating the railroad.
If you have a rightful deed, show it to us.
told you, Jordan. Go to Julesburg and find...
Hush up, Trudy.
You've never registered your claim? Can't you never shut up that...
It doesn't matter. Our claim is the 7 years of back-breaking, sod-busting toil we put in here.
I put all my money in this land, all my savings.
Why, you're nothing but...
West of here, in Wyoming, there's homestead land aplenty. Now, you best sign that deed over to us.
No. This is my land. I'm claiming it.
He'd change his mind if we dunked him in the hole.
John, for the love of heaven, do what they ask.
We don't want no trouble, mister. No more than you do.
No.
John! John!
Papa! Mama! Papa! Please leave him be! We'll go! Please leave him be! We'll go! No, please don't!
You best not to sign, Mr. Sergeant.
No.
No.
Please! John! No! No! Please! John! Let go!
As Henry says, you will, and better now than later.
No!
Let go! No, John!
My baby.
Are you all right?
Oh, my
Are you all right?
William, I've done a terrible thing. A woman back there, she's aborting a baby. William and I done it.
What are you trying to do, Henry? We don't need a corpse.
I didn't know, mister. We none of us, we didn't know.
You ready to sign a quit claim?
Oh, my God. Yes, anything you want. Just let me go.
I feel fine, John. Truly. I keep thinking how fearful I was of Indians. Look at our own kind. Thank you for bringing me away so quickly, John. Oh, that dreadful place.
We must talk, Maggie. Decide what to do. I want to know how you feel about it. We could go back to the railhead, make a complaint against those people. But that could be a long affair. I did sign that quitclaim. We could move on west. There's land to homestead in Wyoming. Not as good land as here, but there's more. Well,
We could go home, John.
If what you want. live in your life? Sarah's, Jeremy's. The land. The land belonging to me. It's overburdened me with pride.
We must go to Wyoming, of course. A quarter section? That's 160 acres, John. Can you farm that much land?
Maybe not this year. But you just watch me. I'll go check the stock. Then I'll come back then.
April 29th. The sun sets before us again and again, but we've yet to reach Wyoming. I do feel stronger with each day that passes, and I try not to think of what we left behind in the barren, though it is hard. John set some stones to mark the place for me, but I want never to return there.
I'll inquire in here.
Please, dear. If anyone seems not to welcome us, it's best to go on.
Papa? Find me some pink ribbon, Papa.
Oh, Sarah, Papa's worried about money now. What do you want ribbon for, anyway?
I wanted to tie a bow on it. I made them for you, Mama, for your hat.
Oh, it's beautiful. Put it on.
They're kind of wilted now. I picked them this morning. I picked them, too.
And you, I haven't forgotten, Jeremy. I owe you a birthday cake. There. How do I look?
It helps, I guess.
Oh, you need your hat, Missy. I'll put this on.
Maggie, there's a man in sight named Wormser. He says there's a quarter section above his place in Maggie. He wants us to settle there.
Miss Sergeant, how do? I was telling your husband, this acreage just to the north of me. It's pretty good land, most as good as mine. Same creek running through and all. Fox Branch, I mean. If the mister'd like to have a look at it, I'll ride along, show you the way. Been looking for folks to side so we could share in the harvest work. Ma'am, it don't seem right, you're walking and me sitting up here.
Oh, no, Mr. Wormser. I like the exercise.
My missus will sure be happy to have a new neighbor, ma'am. Mrs. Hall, they live down below us, like I said before. She's a fine woman, but them 9 kids of hers keep her pretty much to home. That'd be Robert Douglas. He runs cattle hereabouts. A good man. How do, Douglas? How do, Douglas?
Good day to you.
This here fine family are the Sargents. Mrs. Sargent, Mr. Sergeant, this here's Mr. Robert Douglas. They're gonna homestead the quarter section just to the north of me. Mr. Sergeant's a sodbuster, like me.
Range pretty sparse around here, Mr. Sergeant. The elevation's above 5,000 feet. You might do better farming back in Nebraska.
We're here to stay, Mr. Douglas.
Luck to you, man.
Now, don't you pay him no never mind, John. Them cattlemen, see, they want to hog all this fine growing land for themselves.
Guess I'll ride for a while.
Now, here, come.
We're almost there now. If you pull up, I'll leave you.
All right.
Oh! A man ought to have some peace and quiet when spying out his land. And like the missus always says, I talk too much. You'll see Fox Branch right over that rise. And I'd pin my wheat right that way if I was you.
Thank you, Mr. Worms.
You're welcome, Mr. Sergeant. Ma'am? Well, what are we waiting for?
Turn an ankle.
Oh, let them see, John.
Those trees will make fine timber for a house, don't you think, Maggie?
We'll have a sod house and be with it, John Sergeant.
Trees will stand and be shade for you, I swear.
May 4th, our first day here. John was so impatient and eager. He left the unloading and went to his field to begin breaking sod.
Come on! Come on, come on, Mike. Come on, Steve! Come on, Mike, come on! Gonna drive the team. I'll need both hands to force the plow.
What do you want with Judith?
Team can't do it. They can't move the plow through the lot. Without a horse, I have to use a cow.
John, she'll go dry.
Then she'll go dry. Here. Driver, when I say go.
take them.
Maybe you can use this. All right. All together now. Go! Go! Oh! Hey! 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 Go! Hey! Oh! Hi. Whoa, back. Whoa! Hi.
I know it almost everything.
Set the stove. It's too heavy.
When are we going to eat?
Oh, John, it is almost noon.
Yeah? We're gonna plow half an acre a day. Almost as good as my pa used to do. And it won't be nearly as hard next year.
Oh, my hair's hotter on than off.
Sarah, after you eat, run into the team. Jeremy.
John.
You can do it, they can.
Here, tie this on Paul Jupiter. You'll make her cool.
Unhitch the team, you two. Nothing back.
You know, took the tea wagon back to the field, and he began cutting and loading the bricks of turned-up sod for our house. May night never stops. He spent several nights leveling a floor, and tonight he started laying the walls. I have never known a man to work so hard. It must be after midnight, John. Please stop. Please.
I thought you were in bed.
I was. Why must you push yourself so? When together, you're too tired. We scarcely exchange a word anymore, and then you're gone again.
Go to bed, Maggie. I must file claim on this place. As soon as I can. I mustn't lose this place, too. And I won't leave until you're under roof. Maggie, let me be.
May 12th. We had our first company today. Mr. and Mrs. Wormser came calling. While he went to the plow to see John, Philippa and I visited. She is just beginning to show with child.
Oh, my. It is such lovely china.
Thank you.
However did you dare to bring it with you?
Well, I just flat refused to leave it behind. John thought me a dunce. Only one broke.
Come on, Philippa. It's almost midtime.
Philippa. Don't do anything foolish. Don't forget yourself and do anything foolish. The baby matters too much. I'll be over sometime, so we'll talk some more. May 18th. We have plowed and sown and harrowed in these 2 weeks. And John, almost alone, has built our house. But today, Mr. Wormser and Mr. Hall are here to help with the roofing. And then tomorrow, John is bound for Cheyenne to file our claim. Though he spares us all he can, he will not spare himself. I am an ingrate to resent it. My hope is that when he returns, there'll be more time for us. He is truly the best of men. Mr. Hall? Mr. Wormser?
Ma'am?
I'm just about to ice Jeremy's birthday cakes. It's a little overdue, but you gentlemen staying there with us? It would make a lovely party for Jeremy if you could. They'll be back from fishing any time now.
Ain't cake out. Nothing I like better than ancient cake.
I put in some antidote and some bread, too.
Good. Remember, if it rains, you and the children will have to cultivate. Otherwise, the water will go right back up in the sky again.
John, you get yourself a good meal in Cheyenne.
Yes, yes, yes.
We'll miss you.
My little Maggie. So often I've said, grow up, Maggie. And all along, you already had. About 6 days. You'll be fine.
Will Papa be surprised when he gets back? Lettuce, beans, potatoes, and beets. Look how they're coming to life already. Oh, please, rain. We'll just have to water and water. Quickly! Inside, children. Come on, hurry up. Rain!
Mama, the roof is leaking!
Oh, get the pot, quick!
Go get Joe Wormser and his wife.
It's the man you met in the way here.
Mr. Sergeant?
Mr. Douglas, isn't it?
I think you better send the children inside.
Now, children. Is something wrong, Mr. Douglas?
We were down in one of the arroyos looking for some cattle that strayed during the rain. We found them out of a washout. They must have gotten caught in a flash flood.
No. You're wrong. It can't be. It's not John. It's not John. It can't be. May 26th. Today, more than ever, I feel myself an alien here. Everyone meant to be kind. But it did hurt me that there was no minister to speak for John. Can there be a lonelier place in this world? Mr. Wormser.
John must have served in the war. Did he, Mrs. Sergeant? They've taken those years off the 5 needed to prove up. This place will be yours, free and clear, in a year now.
You think we're going to stay here without my husband? No, we're going home. This was all? John never said we'd gone through it all. But how will we... We need money to join a wagon train. And for railroad tickets.
You left us the house, Mama. And the wheat.
And land, Mama.
Stoll. You wouldn't want to buy my milking cow, would you? Mr. Wormser, I'll sell you my wheat. Right now. All of it.
Mr. Sergeant. None of us got any money to spend this time of year. We're all living on the promise of autumn. But honestly,
be fine.
I cannot sleep. I'm too frightened. I never did understand why we had to come. And now, without John, to stay seems a hopeless plight. 2 children and a woman alone. I want to go home.
Papa! 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 Where's Papa?
Jeremy,
Papa!
Jeremy.
No! Papa!
Please, please.
Papa!
Go to sleep. Come on, baby.
Mama, would it be proper to ask Mr. Wormser next time he shoots game to get some for us?
He has enough trouble looking after his own, Sarah, let alone us.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. Jeremy, there were lots of times your papa loaded his firearm, weren't there?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, maybe together you and I could figure out how to do it.
One thing he did say, though, if you put in too much powder, it blows up. I guess we're still using a little too much, Mama. Why don't you try a little closer?
Woohoo! Tomorrow, Jeremy, you and I are going to get us some meat for supper.
Look what I found in the creek. There are lots and lots of them in the dirt up there.
Sarah?
Did you get anything?
No.
Didn't you even see anything?
Well, I saw chukars, antelopes, rabbits. I couldn't get close enough to hit any of them.
Look, aren't they funny?
They're fossils, Sarah. Did you catch us some fish for supper?
But they weigh like stones. Did they all have names, Mama?
I don't know.
Can I make a collection? Can I?
Sarah.
To take back to show Clarissa, I mean.
Didn't you even try to catch some fish?
I forgot. Anyway, who likes fish?
Sarah.
I'm sorry, Mama.
Mama!
Jeremy, for heaven's sake, what is it?
Come quick!
Oh, no, the wheat!